Welcome back to the new session on ethics. Here we discuss the scope of ethics. Definition of ethics. The word ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos, which means character, and from the Latin word mores, which means customs. Derived from the Greek word ethos, which means way of living. Ethics is a branch of philosophy that is concerned with human conduct. It consists in a code of conduct of human beings living in a society. Ethics examines the rational justification for our moral judgments. It studies what is morally right or wrong, just or unjust. Together, they combine to define how individuals choose to interact with one another. In philosophy, ethics defines what is good for the individual and for society and establish the nature of duties that people owe to themselves and one another. It aims at individual good as well as social good, the good of mankind as a whole. Ethics is an attempt to guide human conduct, and it is also an attempt to help man in leading good life by applying moral principles. Ethics refers to well-based standards of right and wrong that prescribe what humans ought to do, usually in terms of rights, obligations, benefits to society, fairness, or specific virtues. Ethics is related to issues of property, rightness, and wrongness. What is right is ethical and what is wrong is unethical. The words proper, fair, and just are also used in place of right and ethical. If it is ethical, it is right, proper, fair, and just. Ethics is a matter of practical concern. It tries to determine the good and the right thing to do, choices regarding right and wrong, good and evil, questions of obligation and value. Ethics is to consider the practice of doing right actions, or what we may call the art of living the good life. Literally, ethics means the science of the customs or habits of men. It is the science of habitual conduct of men. Habits are the expressions of settled dispositions of the will or character. Character is the permanent habit of willing, the inner bent of the mind which is expressed in habitual conduct. Character is the inner counterpart of the conduct which is its outer expression. Thus, ethics is the science of character and conduct. It evaluates the voluntary action and habitual actions of persons and considers their rightness and wrongness. It evaluates the character of persons and considers its virtuousness and viciousness. It is also defined as the science of the highest good. McKinsey defines ethics as the study of what is right or good in human conduct, or the science of the ideal involved in human life. So, it is clear that ethics is the study which determines rightness or wrongness of actions. But in order to inquire into the ideal of conduct, it must know the nature of conduct. Conduct is the expression of character. Character is the settled habit of will. It is the permanent disposition produced by habitual actions.